Hey buddy, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Today we're going to be doing a coaching session for Leona, so special thanks to Sammy for sponsoring this. Anyone else out there like to sponsor a coaching session, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. It's just $25. If you're not a channel member, if you are a channel member, it's just $20. And if you want to watch more coaching sessions, I'll have a playlist linked in the description. We have over 250 coaching sessions, so tons and tons of coaching on the channel. All kinds of different champions, so be sure to go through and check that out. I am streaming this as well, and we stream this every night starting around midnight Eastern Standard Time, usually go till about 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Very friendly, chill community. Love to have you come on out. And then we also do fresh patch notes, tier list, and all sorts of other guides, constantly updating on the channel. So just check it out. We release tons and tons of content. Okay. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. So... Relic Shield. So this is patch 1025B. So this is right before, this is in late December before the Season 11 start date. So Exhaust. I would take Ignite on Leona almost always. Let's try to get that kill threat. You got double squishies down here. You have Caitlyn. Hey, what's up, Mara? Okay, nice. Boom. Stun. She missed the trap. It's tragic. Sometimes it's hard to hit a stun target with a trap, but, you know, happens.
Boom. Headshot.
Yeah, there's not, I mean, maybe Exhaust in a situation where, like, they have a Zed or something like that, and you're, like, really scared for late game, but I would almost always go Ignite. Okay, good ward. Checking on that Scuttle. After you guys push in, you can go get that Scuttle. Or fight for it. Your Azir has priority, you guys have priority. So I would try to, it's hard to push with Leona, but that would have been a bad grab. There's two plants right there, and it would have been in the minion wave, so she would have lit you up probably if you hit that. You gotta be a little careful going into too many minions early with the plants. Yeah, Sammy says he already has an Ignite middle. Yeah, but Ignite's really for the laning phase. And there's another thing too is there's so much healing. How did that? Okay, you got him. I was about to say, how did that trap not trigger? Okay. Nice. Very good. Another thing is there's just so much healing right now. Like, there's so many, like, top-end champions that are taking stuff. Like, Eclipse and Gore Drinker and, you know, Conquer, Ravenous Hunter. There's just way too much healing in the game right now. And so just having one extra... healing reduction is nice. I mean, you can run Exhaust if you want. But I just think it's so much easier to get kills in the lane with Ignite. What's the ELO here? I think it's silver. People are asking in chat what the ELO bracket is. I think it's silver. It would have been a good grab, but... yeah. Yeah, it's always a matter of degree. Harrismer says in chat, this Kate's playing like my platinum Kates, which is to say not that well a lot of the time. But it's like the people who look like they're not really doing that well in like platinum games would probably dominate everybody in silver. It's like the college player that, you know, sits on the bench that you never see would probably dominate a high school game. it's always the strength of the opponent matters so much. Nice. All right, sweet. Well, that's a good start. Rushing Mercs. Yeah, I guess against Zyra, that's probably respectable. I would almost always go either Mobius or Swiftness, just so you can, like, roam around. Swiftness is good, so you can reposition in fights, but Zyra does do a lot of magic damage early, so I like respecting it. Oh, you did take Guardian as well. Yeah, I just noticed that. I would definitely take Aftershock instead. Like, the reason that you go Aftershock, like, Guardian did work out pretty well there. Be careful, you don't have Kate. Okay. Is because the resistances off of the W scale with, or the resistances off of Aftershock scale with your W. So basically whenever Aftershock is going, and you turn on your W, it's going to give like a billion resists. And I'm pretty sure the resists on W snapshots, I'm not 100% about that, but I think it's snapshots, which means your W can stay up for, I think, 6 seconds if you hit somebody with it. So if your Aftershock triggers first and then you W, then I think, and I would have to check this, but I believe that you keep the resistances for the bonus that you would get for the entire 6 seconds on the W, because it like takes a picture right when your W starts, I believe, and then stays on that. It may not snapshot, which means it adjusts mid spell, but I'd have to look that up. But either way, it has a really favorable interaction, even if it doesn't snapshot. No, just keep going over there. Don't mess with Zyra. Okay, that's a good roam. She might blast cone over. Do you have a ward? Oh, don't let her blast cone between you. Oh, that's gonna be tragic. Okay, nice. Alright, you're ready for it.
Killing spree.
You think so? Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. That's very different from... I thought everybody was getting Swifties. Especially against Misfortune, because that's slow on the E. You get a lot of value out of the, You get a lot of value out of the slow resists. No, you can learn still from a win. Someone, Harrismer in the chat says, well, it's a win, so I guess you can't learn much. You always can. No one has a perfect game. I mean, those things right there might be opportunities, at least things to consider, is Aftershock and Ignite. Those are already two things that are debatable. Okay, and then it looks like you're probably going Locket, which I think is correct. Sometimes Leona will go Sunfire, but it's been nerfed so many times. You might be able to solo him. I would have rotated up there on that. I mean, Caitlyn could have ulted. Yeah, I think I would have rotated on that. As soon as you see him diving the tier 2, I would have immediately started running up there. That's part of what's the big allure of like Leona with Swiftness is you can just show up to stuff like very often because your ult's like always up. Yeah, I just go ahead and ult Misfortune, just go. They're one of them. I would have ulted one of them right there. Now Warwick might be in River. Well, that's also true what Duck said, is sometimes wins, like paying attention to those, can be good because you might get away with stuff. It's harder to spot things in wins because you always have kind of the results bias, right? It's like, well, it's a win, so therefore someone, like, you played super well, right? Where it's like, yeah, you did, you won, which is good, but, you know, sometimes it's easy to think some things aren't a big deal, and sometimes they're not if you're like really winning, but if the game were much closer, some some things could have made the difference. So I agree. Sometimes it's easier to spot things on losses. Yeah, go ahead. Nice. It's easier to spot stuff on losses, but sometimes there's still like really important things even on wins. I would just go ahead and back. Just back. I think this is going to take you too much time. Yeah, Warwick's coming. He's probably going to... No, just run. Y'all aren't going to get him. Kale's coming. Oh, this is a disaster. I would have just backed. I know it looks like maybe you get one plate, but you didn't have a cannon on that wave, and the ADC was already committed to not backing. It was a good finisher there. Yeah, and you didn't know where Warwick was. Okay, so lock it. I like it. You have control ward. Okay, you have control wards. You do have your ult. I might. I guess you can, like, I would try to gank your own lane when you're playing something like a Leona. It's tragic. Okay, you might, yeah, you still got her though. Nice, but like what I mean is you could have, when you're coming in, you could have either come this way and like gone through Tribush, or you could have come up here and like crept around the edge and gone through Tribush and just gank your own lane if you're really far ahead and you're an engaged champ, instead of just running straight in there. Or you could swing by middle and like, you know that Kale's ult's on cooldown because you just use it down here and it's like a 2-minute cooldown, maybe even 3 minutes early on. And then, like, you could have ganked middle and then rotated bottom. Yeah, just try to be as sneaky as you can, especially when you're ahead and you're on an engaged champ. Okay, nice. That also gives you a chance to get more wards down. So yeah, just rolling up, putting a control ward there, and then if they don't have it warded, you can probably get a good flank. Yeah, alright, just walk out of there. They're probably going to go middle, so I would just be ready to rotate middle. Now this is all going to be warded though, so you got to be careful. It is a little dangerous. We don't know where middle is or Warwick, so just be ready to turn. Okay. Okay, he didn't have ult though. Alright. Yeah, you could go. Okay, that's fine. Y'all probably just get Dragon. I'll just get Dragon. Just force him to come. Like, this Warwick will come look. You know he wants to. He's gonna try to be a hero and come steal this Dragon. I would come over here. Just zone him out. Alright, so y'all did get the kill here, but I probably would have just rotated. I mean, y'all did get the kill, which is good, but like, if Kale and Warwick both rotate over here, I don't know. I mean, it's probably fine. You have two people here as well. You saw Warwick. Warwick's busy. I guess that's fine. You got the Dragon anyway, so it ended up paying off, but... I just feel like, in general, like, if Warwick rotated over there or something, and then, unless you're tracking Camille's TP, like, if you don't know the status on that, and, like, Camille could TP in behind you on those minions, like, I don't know. Like, it did work out, and I think, you know, in that particular sequence, that was, like, maximum benefits, that was good, but I think that in a lot of other games, you should have just backed up and gotten the dragon after the first hour. Because you didn't have a lot of vision of the jungle. I mean, you are crushing them. CS-wise, for sure. You're going Zeke's. I've found Zeke's to be a little disappointing, but it does have a really good win rate. It's possible I'm just using it wrong a lot of times, but... And your Caitlyn is doing pretty well. I just look at the damage on it, and it's always just like under 2,000, and I'm just like, yeah, I'd probably just leave that alone. You got a huge shutdown too. You don't. Well, I guess it's not that big at 200. Why is your shutdown not bigger for having that many kills? I don't know. Nice. But I think that maybe like Knight's Vow, big shutdown. Yeah, I think that was too much. A little too far. You don't have enough vision on the map to like. You really don't want to push past vision on your flanks, especially with Warwick and Camille around. Like right here, I probably would have just backed, unless you, do you have wards? Yeah, you have 3 wards. I would ward here and here before you do this. Yeah, that's a little too far. And y'all had really low health bars too. So try to get a little more vision up. Like I said, even at least like just here and like here or over here. Like you can ward on the wall from like here and get it in this bush. Kale's getting a little spooky. Not too bad. That Camille's getting real scary though. So you need to take note of that also and see that Camille's like super fed right now. So it feels like y'all are running away with the game because you've been like hard dominating bot, but you know, you don't want to get too overconfident because you see it happen all the time. And like every elo, it just, because it can feel like you're dominating, but then once you take a look at top lane, you're like, oh, she's 9-0, you know? So Camille definitely deserves some respect. Okay, there's a flash. 25 minutes on flash. Make sure you're pinging that. Camille's gonna get that tier 2. Yeah, you're gonna have to go deal with her. Now be careful because she can catch you out, and if she ults you, you can't get away. So you've got Kha'Zix kind of close to you. Good. I like sweeping that out. Now you need to warn mid that she's gonna flank him potentially. She might be able to kill both of them right now. This is really dangerous. You don't have. Azir's sort of close, but. Alright. Yeah, try to get some vision around Baron. Okay, good stun. Okay. Okay, Camille's inting. Ooh, who got that 1,000 shutdown? Nice. Okay, who got that shutdown though? Was that you or the trainer? Okay, I think he got it. Yeah, maybe would have backed up at that point because Trendemir's gonna get him. Oh yeah. He's 2,000 gold now. 2,700. Good, he needs that because you need him to be able to beat Camille. He's greeting out though right now. I guess it is basically an ace, so he can get one more. You don't have the cannons yet though. Yeah, I would probably just get the dragon. He's not going to be able to get that tier 2. That was a mistake. That's good that you're pinging him though and telling him. Okay, there's TP down there. He's going to get flanked and Camille ulted. He's got a 300 gold shutdown too. Y'all need to try to go help him if you can. Alright, he's just dead. He's gonna hand that right back over to him. 800 gold shutdown right back to Camille. Kha'Zix has lost his mind. Oh, it's brutal. Yeah, get a stun? Get a stun? Okay. Yeah, right there. Stun, stun, stun. Oh no, you stunned the crab. Watch out for Camille. Guys, come back this way. Don't. You got no help. Oh, Trendemir's going Infinity Edge second. Does he realize that it doesn't do anything? I guess he doesn't unless you have 3. Unless you have 3 crit items. No, maybe it does have a special interaction with his passive that gives you extra % crit. I'm not sure how it's worded. I think you have to have 60% crit for Infinity Edge to get its extra damage now. So maybe with his passive he does get it. I'm not sure. Okay. The dragon's up. I'd be careful walking up there by yourself. Did he just try to ult you? I think he tried to point blank ult you and missed. Okay, nice. Good stun. People just over push. She's gonna get flanked. Yeah, Warlock's just gonna run her down. Alright. Y'all gotta get it together and just try to go like bait Baron. Just go get vision around the Baron. It's like too much YOLO queuing without proper vision. Just make them get vision and make them come fight you in your vision. That's what needs to happen. So force them to come like check you around Baron and then just engage on him and kill him. Yeah, so if he's at max fury, then he gets 40% crit. plus 1 crit item, you can still get it. Wait, where'd you die a second ago? Sorry, I got lost looking at the chat here. Oh, you're up too far warding. Yeah. And you really need to be warding around Baron too. Like, that's the objective. Like, there's nothing going on in bot lane right now. Yeah, just, no, it's way too far. Like, Caitlyn's not there. And that's the thing, is Leona doesn't really have any escapes. So you can't really be, like, behind the line of scrimmage, you know, like, you can't be ahead of your wards, pretty much, on Leona if you don't have backup. Huh. Camille is tough, yeah. Oh god, that's tragic. Okay, Kha'Zix's got him.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
What do you have here? Thornmail? Yeah, I guess against Camille it makes sense. Okay, yeah, if you can kill her. Yeah, you should have her, I think, right? Okay. Which, I don't know if y'all can, I guess you can try Baron. Dragon would be free. Yeah, there's 2 dead. Warwick's dead too, okay. I forgot the Warwick was dead. Don't stand behind if you can. You get those spikes that come up and do extra damage. Nice. Oh no. Oh, your jungler was dead too. I didn't notice that. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, you should have been zoning her then. I didn't realize your jungler wasn't there. Yeah, 100% you have to get her out of there then. Yeah, you have to just go run at her. Like, they can kill the Baron. Like, you can't let her take a look at it. I guess you were trying with your E, but... yeah, I would have just... if your jungler's dead, I would have gone to just go do Dragon. Because if they steal Dragon, it's not as big of a deal as Baron. I mean, the Caitlyn should have been zoning her off, too. But yeah, if you don't have your jungler, I don't know that she had to, like, tank. Sort of, but, like, you can't let, if you don't have smite, you can't let any other champion get close and throw anything at the pit. I think the safer play, since Kha'Zix was dead, was going to be Dragon. I mean, Caitlyn should have been the person zoning off, but... oh, that's rough. All right. fighting at red. Okay, nice. I can kill both of them. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It looks like blue team might be winning, but red team's actually ahead on gold. A lot of that's the Baron, and they have more towers. I think this is a silver game. I think we're probably kind of close to our conclusion here. How many? Yeah, no. Forget dragon. Just get this. Get the inhibitor. Get the inhibitor. Get the inhibitor. Inhibitor. No, 100% you got to be on this. Getting this inhibitor. I mean, I guess they're gonna get it.
Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
I suppose that's fine. But no, you may not get dragon. I would have helped them get the inhibitor, and then everybody rotates down to dragon. Because now he just got run off a dragon, and that stalled for a little while. And now he's got Scuttle, which is going to help them again. No, Kha'Zix, don't chase him, dude. Just come over here and get this dragon. Okay, gotta go down and help Kha'Zix. He's going to get beaten. Alright. It's because there's nothing else to do here. Alright. Yeah, Caitlyn got a big girl crit there. Headshot crit combination is huge. That was a little ambitious. No, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You don't have vision. You know, always be worried about that Camille flank too. Okay, well your boys got to flank, but geez, Kale was able to come in and starting to get spooky. Kale's got some items now. She's level 18. Okay, that's good. Okay, it's just Warwick. You can CC the Warwick, y'all can probably win. He's gonna try to... How long do you have? So like 30 seconds. May have been a wasted flash because he's just gonna run you down. If he has his blood sent up.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
No, don't go middle. Don't go middle. Why though? But why? I think you could have just met your team over at Baron. Okay, he's running away. I'm really surprised Warwick just didn't run you down from the get-go. But maybe he didn't have his W up or something. I would say open with your E if they're already close. Open with your Q or your E and then ult them, because you've missed a lot of these, like the stuns on your R. But if you hit them with the E first and then stun them with your Q, then your R is like guaranteed to hit. Yep, run back down, run back down. I think if you would have been there with the Camille, Caitlyn could have beat her. She just needed like one stun. I know there were plants there, but like I probably would have rotated back down. Yeah, the Warwick basically threw that. Now he's probably dead. Yeah. No one's beating this Camille one-on-one. Alright, you're basically just waiting. I would just back all the way up. I don't even know what you can do. Raptors or something. No, you need to back up. If they sniff you out, like there's no reason to be on their side of the map.
Red team's inhibitors respawning soon.
Well, I mean, there's... I don't know. I think you could have... I think you could have stunned the Camille that one sequence. It's like all you had to do was just EN and just stun the Camille once with the Q and then walk out, and you probably would have been alright. Caitlyn just needed just a little bit there. I know it's spooky when you're kind of low, but you do have your W and you're pretty tanky. Granted, you don't have Aftershock, but dang, that's nice. Oh, whoa, Azir, dude. What? Oh, if you would have stunned her under tower, that would have been very nice. I think she would have died there, Camille. Dead Man's. I probably would have gone Knight's Vow second instead of Dead Man's. This isn't really about rotation. I mean, it kind of is, I guess, at this point, but just giving that extra protection to your Caitlyn off of Knight's Vow would have been very nice. Okay, here we go. This is it, right? You just went off that. It's overall pretty solid. I think, so a couple things we talked about, just kind of runes and stuff like that, like Ignite, Aftershock, I highly recommend those. And then as far as itemization goes, I like the Locket into Zeke's. I would consider Knight's Vow. I think Thornmail is like okay, considering they have Camille, Warwick, you know, they have a lot of stuff that's going to have lifesteal. So I don't mind the Thornmail, but I probably would get a Knight's Vow in there somewhere just to help the Caitlyn against the Camille Divener. And then even though it's like it's not a fantastic item, it's just like at least gives your team something. And then I would recommend, if they're already really close to you, trying to either Q first or hit your E first, then Q, then ult to guarantee that you get the stun. because you did miss quite a few ults in there. As far as the stun goes, and they were like within E range, so I would try to hit the E first, potentially, and then hit the ult. It's always kind of an age-old question: do you ult first or do you E first? It just depends, but E's on a shorter cooldown, so if you do hit your E, then it's pretty much guaranteed you're going to get that stun on your ult. So there's a couple of places where they were like really close to you, like within 500 range, where you tried to ult them, and I think you probably could have just walked up and queued them, honestly, to open. So just look at some of those opportunities, and then yeah, try to just be careful with the flanks. Make sure you have wards on the flanks where you push up. You don't want to push up past where your vision is on the sides, especially against something like Camille, Warwick. Like, these champions love to flank, and that happened to you guys a couple of times. So just make sure you don't push further than your wards. Let's see, what else? At the end there, I think trying to get back into the fight, maybe that was iffy. There were a couple of fights. There was this one, and there were one or two earlier where you backed, where I think maybe you could have stayed in a little bit longer and helped out. But then there were some times where you overstayed, like bottom lane, where you're trying to get that plate. So it's tough to say consistently, like, should you be going or staying. But I think that, like, trying to bait the Baron a lot earlier than you guys did when you were really far ahead, just get good vision around there, lock it out with a control ward, and then just force them to come over and look, and then just engage on them when they come look. I think it's just a winning strategy that could have closed this game out a lot faster when y'all were ahead. But anyways, overall, I mean, really solid game. It did, it was a really long one, like you said. So I think it was definitely really good. Good play. I'm just, you're not donating for me just to say good play, though, right? So I'm trying to give you some stuff that could potentially help out. So anyways, all right, well, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Stream's going to continue, but that's it for the coaching session. Anyone else out there like a coaching session, just email me at thestratsprofessor@gmail.com or stop by the stream. Let me know what you have in mind, and we'll make it happen. Thanks. See you next time.